We could have built that house in Maine. We could have been something.
Hallpass here with me on That Note. Thank you guys for coming in. You got Josh Morris, Gideon, Johnston, and I'm excited to have you guys in. You got your new song coming out, Maine. It's I think as of right now, it's 1 week before it comes out. Is that right?
Yeah, April
the 28th.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang, that's crazy.
Debut single.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It's so exciting, man. Me and Gid have been, especially us two, have been waiting on this for a while. We've known each other for a while, and finally, once we got everybody together, and
How did you guys meet?
I guess.
My brother.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elijah knew his older brother John, and I think when I moved to Athens, Elijah was like, "Yo, I know somebody who's like younger brother, your age, kind of like plays guitar, wants to jam," and then we just like started hanging out, and it was funny, and then we just started jamming a little bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, you were telling me yesterday you have like mountains of demos
Yeah.
stored
Yeah.
up.
Bunch
before
of
you
old
really
like
started the
instrumental
band.
demos and stuff from, I don't know, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got a bunch to choose for. What made Maine stick out for you guys to be like the debut single? It's kind of a statement.
That was actually the
You're like, we didn't put that much thought
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
that was the latest song that we all wrote as a band, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
And
we didn't even start that song until I don't know.
Wim was the one in practice that like started just playing that chord and like started singing that like opening riff,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh man, this is cool. Like, do you want to make that a band song?" And he was like, "Yeah." So
yeah.
Instead of keeping it, like he could have kept it for himself, and
Yeah.
that could have been an awesome Wim Tapley song.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he like let it be ours, and so we
Yeah.
all, and then he comes in for that second half and starts ripping into a little faster section. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you guys write your section together?
I think kind of
pretty much?
the chorus, like I know that some of like that chorus where we speed up and Gid has like his drum fills and like the "I called you last night" and we stop. Some of that, or at least the progression, started where I was thinking of that, and then Gideon doing the halftime on some of the time changes, and then all the choruses or all the verses was like Wim. And I guess when you're asking like why we chose this song, I don't know. I think this song is just like everybody got to do like their part, and like Daniel's lead guitar on it is just, I mean, it's so sick, dude. It's so fun to listen to, and Wim's vocals sound amazing, and Gideon's drums is just getting to like showcase everyone's kind of skills.
Yeah.
I think so.
So it felt more like maybe a team effort.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it was a really fun song, and that one we like finished writing it and figured out we pretty much wrote a lot of that song in the studio.
Yeah.
While we were recording it, because we didn't know how we wanted to do it. There was a lot of different like ways that we wanted to structure the song, and we had just no plans.
Yeah.
So Tommy and Andrew were like, just kind of let what happens in the studio happen. And
Was
that's what we
that
did.
nerve-wracking at all?
It wasn't.
Being like
Not
in the
really.
studio, being
No.
like, let's figure it out.
No, because we were like Josh was downstairs doing vocals for another song, and me and Wim were upstairs, like dishing out vocal like lyrics and stuff, and we're going back and forth, just trying to give, maybe like different rhyme schemes, and it just kept like
So even the lyrics are pretty team based.
especially like Wim's verses and stuff like that. That was definitely me and him, and a little bit of Daniel, and I guess a little bit of Josh upstairs.
Gotcha.
But we were kind of like had tasks in the studio, like, all right, Josh is gonna like do this, and then we gotta like go upstairs and finish another song,
Right.
and like
we were crushed on time.
You had like
and,
a factory system going.
Yeah.
and it's pretty consistent because we have a show like in a week and a half, and we still haven't practiced for it,
Yeah.
haven't even began to think about what songs
Nice.
we might play for it, and it's
And
all
that's
just kind
at
of like
the rooftop,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Cool. Hell
as
yeah.
long as it doesn't
May
rain.
2nd.
Yeah,
Dude.
Because
I
that's
know
been a
that
pretty
game.
gnarly streak of rained out
Yeah.
good shows on the rooftop.
Yeah, mine
Sorry.
and then B,
B,
and I don't know if anybody else has gotten rained out. Hopefully not Hallpass.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that that stops happening.
Yeah.
But it's like, that is a gamble. It's a risk you're taking
Yeah.
that you know you're going to take. So it's good to have a backup if you can make it happen.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So like overall, the writing, the recording process of it was kind of the same thing. You were doing both at the same time, essentially, at 1093. How much was
We were at
prepared?
Tweed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know Tommy's at 1093
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
was thinking about that.
All good. Yeah, it was funny. Like, I think it was just such a natural evolution. Like, we had the songs that we knew that we wanted to play, and then when we got in there, it was just like, you know, there's like a lot of time to record these songs, so let's just keep repping it and keep like coming up with new ideas, keep doing the thing, and then we've finished the songs and didn't really go back to like add anything.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, oh, we're done. Like, we don't need to do anything else. This is it.
How do you know when it's done? Like, is there a feeling you're looking for, or
When we
you
get
all?
When
me,
we get
it's
when
when
we get
people
the
say-
master sent to us, that's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, I guess we're
No, I
done.
don't-
For me, when it's done is when someone else in the band or like Andrew or
Somebody
Tommy's
has to
like,
say
this
it.
is done.
Yeah.
Stop.
Do you
trying
feel
to-
like you could
stop trying to change anything? Because
Yeah.
I'll sit and think about it.
get
and
lost?
like, yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah,
It's
it
easy
was
to
really
do.
Tommy's call, honestly. Or like, he was the one who was like really helpful about being like, hey, this is good. We don't need another riff. Don't need another
Right.
Yeah.
lead part. We're done.
And
It's
how
like,
many
all right, cool.
songs did you record?
4.
4.
4. So we have an EP coming
Yeah.
out soon.
Coming out soon. We're still working on some of the mixing and
Cool.
mixing for the other 3.
Have
Maine's the only one that's
you
done.
announced any of that? Okay. Do you want to, or you
Oh
want to
yeah,
like?
I mean, yeah, we've announced that like we were recording an EP,
Okay,
and
right.
we finished recording our EP. Yeah,
But
but
we
we have
got-
nothing yet on the
Gotcha.
date of release. But yeah, it's coming out.
Cool.
At
Sweet.
some point.
At some point.
Yeah.
In the near future.
It's
hopefully.
done being recorded. So
Well,
Hell
maybe.
yeah.
We got 4 like really nice professional tracks, and then there
Yeah.
might be a 5th one that we
Yeah.
might do at my house.
we want to
and,
do like one
super
homemade,
low-key.
Oh,
kind of
cool.
like fun. Just
In
another
this-
song that kind of fits the vibe of like what we're going
Yeah.
for, and
in the style of how we like originally started doing it.
Got
Yeah.
you.
So probably only just us, maybe, and
yeah.
super awful mixing. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll know it was done by me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sick though.
That's how we want it.
So what were some of the challenges of getting into making these 4 songs? I know when I ask this question, there could be a lot of different types of challenges that come up. So I'm just curious, what came up for you guys and how did you work around it?
I mean, the biggest thing is everyone's super busy. I mean,
Yeah, scheduling.
He's gone with fiction. He's gone with dinner time. Wim is always working. Daniel's a full-time student like I am. I mean, we're just a busy crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, being able to get together and like actually write the songs is something that like we don't get to just go hang out and write songs every day. It's like, all right, are you guys good like next week to like hang out for a little bit? So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
a big challenge.
I think for me, in Tweed, during the sessions, the hardest parts were probably like in figuring out these songs. You have like 3 amazing guitar players. Like, I'm lucky to get to play with Josh, Wim, and Daniel because all 3 of them are just like fantastic. But there's so much brain power on these riffs and so many good ideas that it was really, really hard to like find structure in a song and like weed out all of these ideas and come to something where it like really felt natural and gelled.
Yeah, I
and
guess try
like,
not to overcomplicate.
yeah, because we would just sit there and just be ripping it, and then like it sounded awesome, but it's like there's like 5 parts going on right now, everybody
Right.
doing something different, and like
How do we reduce?
yeah, finding like the power dynamic and having to tell, Wim like, all right, you can't shred so hard this time. You gotta you gotta play the bass, man. And like, I don't know. It's just funny for all of us to be like, all right, we're all like really good, but we have to chill out a little bit
Yeah.
just for the sake of like this being a band. And that was my own personal in my like figuring everything out. But
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty common thread, whether it's skill, like there's so many things you can do, or gear. You have so many different options for effects and all these things, and mixing in general can be a a black hole you get sucked into, and suddenly you forgot like what the original sounded like. It's so easy to get caught up in the options that you lose sight of what the vision is. So how did you get yourself back into that when you would maybe get a little sidetracked?
Tommy.
Yeah, that's
shout out to Tommy. Yeah.
Literally big. If he hadn't been running, if him and Andrew Radcliffe at Tweed hadn't been running the session,
it would have been a disaster.
we would still be in the session.
Yeah.
We'd still be figuring out parts.
Yeah.
And deciding what was cool or if we want to add more stuff.
Yeah, because Tom's just so good at being like, all right, great, cool, that's it, that's it. And then like indirectly being like, hey, just commit to something.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, it's good when you have the four of you guys essentially coming up with ideas that are bouncing off the walls, to have somebody to be a guardrail, to keep it, what's the word? Just enclosed. To be like, hey, let's stick within this realm so that we can actually like go from start to finish.
Yeah, that was a big thing we did on one of the songs was it was a little bit all over the place on color screens. It's probably it might be my favorite song from like what the EP is, but we had like a big solo section at the end, and it was just kind of chaos. And then like Tommy came in and was like, just do this. Like the solo does not need to be all this crazy stuff. And I mean, it's like out of the whole EP, like the last 30 seconds is like my favorite section of anything. It's just like a super early 2000s type, like
hell yeah,
loud solo, but it's just like playing one note like over and over kind of. It ended up really cool. We simplified everything down and it's just like, do this.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's awesome. Do you guys have a favorite part of the creative process, whether that's maybe the writing or the recording or playing live?
I don't know. I love when Josh just comes over for an hour, 2 hours. Sometimes, like during the time that we would be playing, I would be so lazy, and I would just set up the bare minimum, one microphone, well, a floor tom, like the worst cymbal that I can find.
Yeah.
A broken snare drum. He's got his amp turned to 10.
I play way too loud.
Way too loud.
I got hearing.
Yeah.
Do you use earplugs?
I just bought. I bought some of those earplugs that turn down the decibels but doesn't affect like the sound or whatever. They're like
need to
40
get some
bucks.
of those. They're only $40.
Yeah, they got them at Musician's Warehouse. And whatever other. guitar
But
shop.
yeah, like
Got you.
that just funny image of us being, it's like 2 PM, during COVID, and it's 100 degrees outside, and we're just playing as loud as we possibly can, and my roommates hate me. And like I remember Elijah told me that he came home one day and heard us practicing Tame Impala's Elephant for like 3 hours one night.
Oh my God.
And he was like, and Josh's amp was all the way up, and like I had to leave or else I was gonna yell at y'all.
Yeah.
Cool, good vibes.
Sorry.
And that's probably my favorite.
This
thing
is that's why I brought you on to formally apologize.
Yeah, Elijah and all of the Springdale house.
But we're definitely gonna play that loud on the roof.
Yeah, hell
We're
yeah.
gonna
That's why you got to come.
Play as loud.
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
It's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it is a Tuesday.
Groovy Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It's UGA's reading day, so
What's that?
reading day, no school that day, no class. Exams start the next day, so you got all day to study.
It's all the next day. Everybody
The
has
next
to take
day has
exams.
I don't know if you have an exam, but that's when exams start.
Maybe you do. Maybe
I
you
don't
don't
have an exam the next day.
Okay.
But I do on Thursday.
Okay. Fuck school, man. Come to the show, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Who are you guys playing? Are you playing before like a band in the main venue?
We're playing. There's nobody in the main stage that day.
Oh,
But it's
okay,
us
cool.
and the Ocho. On the
That's right,
rooftop.
the Ocho.
Yeah.
I saw them play down there, opening for Jameson Tank.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
How do you guys know them?
I'm buddies with Garrett, who's in the Ocho.
Oh, okay.
Plays the keys, does some vocals.
Cool.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen too much like artwork, things like that from you guys yet when it comes to like, the single covers and the album covers and all that. I'm curious because I've heard the new song and it rocks. Aesthetically, do you guys have a North Star, if you will, like some certain bands you really look towards for the aesthetics
Yeah.
of things such as album covers or
I mean, for me, at least for this one, I guess I never did send you the cover art, did I?
I'd never even thought about
Okay,
asking.
yeah, we do have cover art from Maine. We haven't thought about any other cover art for anything, but at least for me, a lot of my inspiration aesthetically, I guess, comes from the Backseat Lovers, and just kind of the vintage film style look of stuff. And so that's, I guess, kind of where like the promo came from, a good bit of like vintage stock film and stuff like that for that
Cool.
video promo we did. But the cover art is a really old Polaroid picture of my dad with like his first
cool.
car.
It's awesome.
He's got like a big beard and
nice.
and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know, aesthetically.
Yeah, I don't
What do
know.
you think?
We haven't gotten that far, and we're still showing off our like amateur, brand new air,
Right.
because we're like trying to figure out our brand and our vibe. And
Yeah. Is that something y'all have ever had a conversation about?
no,
Not really, no.
Well, let's do it right now.
Well, yeah. Well, honestly, it's funny you bring it up because my thought on it is like we don't really have one, and I don't think that unless we really commit to something, I don't think that that'll ever really happen because we're gonna have some new shirts coming out.
Cool.
That we're selling already on pre-sale. So if anybody wants to buy one, who knows? We got until Saturday, but the shirts are like. Tommy sends this emoji sometimes, or like it's typed out, but it's like the
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's like that, and then Hallpass above it.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think
super-
I saw you
yeah.
post about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the first I had Jess Thompson make 2 shirts for just us, like,
She like
Cool.
hand stitched it
Oh,
on, and
sick.
so we just took
Yeah.
that
Same
design from
design?
it. Yeah, yeah.
and
Gotcha.
it's funny. I love that design. I keep running with it because we were talking one day about like band names or something like that, and it was like, yeah, like I don't know, Hallpass could be cool.
Yeah.
And then I just thought about it, and I
let's
was like,
just
yeah,
go
it's,
with
it's
it.
just Hallpass, like
Yeah, let's
it's
just
whatever
do
you
that.
want it to be.
Yeah.
you know,
It's just one word.
Yeah, and there's nothing like crazy, no deep meaning about it. Like maybe, I don't know. There's actually a lot of lore to it. So if you really want to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Form your
it's
own
just
You let
opinion
the
on what it
people-
means.
yeah. But it is
Figure
what
out
it
what they
is,
think it
and
means.
I personally am not going to put on any suit with any other people wearing a suit. Not trying to
Fuck suits.
suits.
Just kidding. I'll dress up. I'll dress up here.
Hey,
and there.
your pictures in suits were
Yeah.
stellar.
Thanks.
Shout out
to
Cardoso.
Garrett. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he's the man. But yeah, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need to overthink something. Same thing like with the studio. You don't maybe need to throw everything at the wall. You can just pick one thing that sounds great.
Yeah.
The name Hallpass on a T-shirt, that alone is sick. Like, I love that name. Like, just
Cool.
in general, when I heard that y'all had started a band, I was like, oh, cool. And then I heard Hallpass. I was like, dude, star quality.
Glad you think that.
That's
'cause
a
it
great
took-
name.
It's good to hear because we debated a lot.
Yeah,
about
it
that.
took a
Yeah.
lot of
What were
we
some
went
of
through
the,
a lot of
The
different
alternative
names.
names.
Spillway.
Spillway.
I thought that
Tribe.
was pretty cool.
It's kinda cool.
Spillway was cool. Some of the other ones just suck.
Pretty bad, yeah.
Pretty
You got
bad.
the 2-syllable thing going on here.
Yeah, we were trying to keep
Hallpass,
it
Spillway.
short. I don't think any of us were really like digging into
Yeah.
the vibe of like the blanks or like blank and the like Josh and the.
Yeah.
I mean, and we also didn't want to take like Wim's thing. Wim
Josh
has
and
like
the-
Wim,
yeah.
Wim Tapley and the
And the
Cannons.
Cannons.
Josh
And
Morris
so-
and the
Just
Wim
a whole
Taplers.
other one.
Yeah, we were just trying to. I don't know, but we went through a lot of really bad names.
Yeah.
So,
You have to.
yeah, you have to.
That's so
You really
funny.
do.
And it still doesn't feel like Hallpass like stuck. It feels like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right, but I know it is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it feels still undiscovered.
Yeah.
Maybe just because it's.
We just haven't really
Right.
created what it is yet.
Yeah, and that's why like with the shirt. I mean, I guess right now like we just want people to kind of hear like who we are or know that
Yeah.
like, we exist. I guess so. Like, I mean, instead of that's why like we wanted to get those shirts out just because I mean we think that they look cool and it's not anything crazy, but like I don't know if someone likes it and likes our music and wants to wear our name on
Yeah.
their chest, then that's pretty sweet. So
Shout out Zach Crook at
yeah,
Super Cool
we'll
Badass.
be printing them all through
The man.
through
Did the
Zach.
shirts.
Dude, Zach rules. He was on the pod as well.
Mm-hmm.
We got a factory going on in this house.
Yeah,
It's pretty
I-
sweet.
Yeah, y'all all have like your own thing really going
Work
on.
going through your
It's
room.
crazy.
I got very fortunate that I ended up in this house. It was so random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Beskin just told me to meet up with Tommy, and off a whim. I was just like, man, it'd be cool to move here one day. And he's like, we have a room open. Please, please move in. We need somebody to pay rent.
And Tony's gonna move in here,
That's
right?
right.
And
Yeah,
so
then Tony will be
barbershop
here.
also
Dude,
going
we'll have
on.
a barbershop.
Dude.
We should get one of those little
Come here for
red
all
and
your
blue
needs.
parlor things outside of the door.
That's crazy.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's true. We're gonna be getting everybody's cuts in here.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
I'll be coming over.
Do you guys have any plans to tour or anything like that?
Now we got the show in May. We got that song coming out.
We're playing.
In July. We got a cool little indie night thing
Nice.
or whatever at like
With
Flickr with who is
some,
it? Rona Recess Party and the Echolocations, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but
Hell yeah.
Rona is this band from Florida that I got to play a few shows with, and they're like good buddies with like kind of the Flip Turn crew, and they just played Tree for It, maybe?
Treat for it.
Festival.
Sounds
or
familiar.
Rona definitely just played some festival, but those guys are so cool, and that like I saw that they were on the bill, and I was like,
Yeah, I think they're the ones kind of like hosting it.
this is like
Gotcha.
really cool opportunity.
Yeah, we haven't gotten too much information on that, but we will get like a.
You said it's July.
Yeah, I think
July
it's July 22nd.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming
that
we're good
sounds
to like talk about that, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they reached out to us and we said we're good to do it, so
Hell yeah.
I think we're doing it. We're
That's
excited.
at the 40 watt?
I think it'll be Flickr.
Oh,
yeah.
Flickr.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
we're excited.
No-
Super cool, Bill. Playing. I wanted to play with Recess Party for a while.
Yeah. I just saw them on the rooftop. I guess it was the day before I was supposed to play. So it was like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago today. It was probably the windiest set I've ever seen in my life. It was
Was that
blowing
before
over.
who was on the main stage that night?
I don't
It was
remember.
a big.
It was
name.
a bigger artist. I can't remember. But it was so windy that the cymbal stands were blowing over,
Yeah.
which are not light.
no.
Yeah.
Everybody was like being blown away literally by the guitar solos and the wind.
Yeah.
But they rocked it. They were great. They were a fun band to see live. They covered. Do you know that band Hers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What they do? What was?
Yes, what
Yeah.
once was. I didn't know. Like I don't know that many people that really know them or love them. So
yeah,
the fact
I think
that
it was after they got in that accident that they kind of blew up, or that song like went out of control.
Yeah, interesting choice of words there. Blew up, but yeah, they. It was
man.
it's okay. I was waiting for that to hit. Yeah, that was a tough day when I found that out because I was a huge fan before that, and I had the opportunity to see them live, and I was like,
really?
I'll see them another time. Like it's okay. And now, ever since then, if somebody I really love is coming to town, I always try to do my best to go see a show because you really just never know. You know, it might not be a tragedy like that was, but they might not they might just break up. They might not come back to that town. Like you really don't know. You should just go see them.
Yeah.
You know,
Some truth.
what have some of y'all's favorite shows been that you've ever seen?
Oh, for me, it's easily my top two shows are the Backseat Lovers at the theater and Flip Turn at the theater with Fiction. I mean, that was just both of those were two of like the all-time shows for me.
Yeah.
Didn't get any better.
I got to see videos of the Flip Turn show.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing. Like you guys crushed it. I was
appreciate
playing
that.
Flickr that night and I was like, no, everybody's going to go to Hotel Fiction.
I know. We were thinking about that. Yeah. I'd say all time. I mean, like this past New Year's, Hotel Fiction played a show with Flip Turn, and the ball dropped at the heaviest part of their song Space Cowboy, which they just released a music video for that song, so check that out. But like
This was at New Year's, right?
yeah, like
At the Buckhead Theater?
Yeah, Buckhead Theater, and like this huge moment, like, I mean, and this huge moment comes with like this 40, 50 second build before it that's just super long, super anticipated. And you see like the countdown start going, and like I started getting chills. I was like, is this gonna happen? Is this really about to happen? Because they weren't supposed to play this song yet. They were gonna like take a minute and be like, hey, Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah.
But they just went right into it. And like the clock like started to kind of sync up, and the build starts happening, and then it just started like I just saw it happening, and right before the big drop, Happy New Year, boom, like I'm on it, and like
I'm getting chills,
dude. I'm telling you, like that moment right there, like changed the way that I like saw Flip Turn forever. Like this is like the greatest band I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's how it was for
And-
me when I saw them live too.
Holy
I was like a
shit.
fan, but once I saw them live, I was like,
Yeah,
this is
I
the
need to
greatest
see
band
them
I've
live.
ever seen
you
in
have
my
to.
life.
If you don't, I mean, they're playing with Mountjoy right now.
Yeah, that's huge.
They'll be going to. I'm about to get tickets. They're coming to the Tabernacle in October with Mountjoy.
Oh, okay,
So
Yeah.
cool,
that'll be a tight show to.
nice.
But
That's probably my favorite venue in Atlanta.
I've never been.
First show, actually,
So
that's
sick.
a good segue for my second favorite show I've ever been to, which was August Burns Red at the Tabernacle.
Is that what kind of music is that?
It's like the kind of like Christian metal. Like
Right.
they're not. They used to kind of brand, or actually they brand it a lot harder now than they used to. They're like 2007, 2008 album Messengers, and then Constellations in 2010 or 2011. Like those were huge for me in high school and
yeah.
middle school. So I got to see them in like freshman year with Elijah at the Tabernacle, and
Nice.
I was like 100 pounds back then, so I just crowd surfed.
Yeah,
crowd
yeah.
surfed back and forth the entire night.
So sick.
It was awesome, yeah.
Dude, what a feeling. Crowd surfing. I've only done it a couple times. I feel like I'm too old at this point. People are like, what the hell is this guy doing?
No, dude, if Atticus can crowd surf, you can.
That's a good point, dude. I saw the Lemon Twigs the
Yeah.
other day, and he was there, and his like posse, shout out Atticus, they were living it up, dude. Everybody else is kind of bopping their head, and they're like going crazy.
Yeah, such a good homie. What a supporter.
He is a supporter. They know how to have a good time
I
at a
hope
show.
he comes to the Hallpass show. Have you met Atticus?
I have not, but I've
Oh,
seen his
man.
name.
Yeah.
And
From the
hit him with-
Corduroy
hit him with
Blue.
a follow
You'll meet
and
him.
stuff. Oh, okay. Is that what it
Yeah.
is? He's from
Yeah,
Corduroy. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
R.I.P. They
Yeah.
just
What a great
disbanded.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer, but I
wait
got
to see what he does
Yeah, I got to
next.
share the bill with them for their
Yeah.
last show. It was unreal. Of course, they're putting on like the craziest possible show, and everybody's there like losing their mind. The last song was like 10 minutes. They just kept
Hell
milking it. Dude. I was like, you do it, man.
That's
you get it.
awesome.
It's your last show.
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, now that I think about it, also Hefner opening for the Stews at the theater was like one of the best sets I've ever seen. I loved Hefner, and then once I saw that and got to hear their music in its entirety, like through
Hefner
the sound system there,
rules.
amazing.
Hefner,
So
I
good.
think, is one of my just personally like favorite bands in Athens.
Them with the Stews was such
Playing
a good.
tonight.
That was such a cool
Where,
show.
they're playing at
They're
what's it called?
some
The
house
Peter Street thing.
it's Peter Street with
Oh.
Wim and 80 Blanco.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering about that because I thought it was Roadhouse, but that's next week with Echolocations.
Yeah, they
That's
do
sick.
their residency.
Yeah, which is wild.
I know. The first night of first night of Hefner at Roadhouse, I went and bought I think like a sparkling water at like 7 before anybody got there, and then I left for the night because I didn't want to be there anymore. And then I woke up the next morning and my card had like a charge of like $150.
Oh, no.
Because I left my tab open from the Montaigne that I got.
Holy shit.
And Stetson
Damn.
Bennett was also at the bar that night at
Dude.
Roadhouse, and I think it was him.
Stetson,
So Stetson, you owe me $150. I know it was you.
you
that-
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I don't care how many rings you have.
Yeah,
Give
you're,
Gideon his money back.
you're 27 years
He
old,
might,
brother.
he might pay you. One of my buddies had that, I think, with like JT Daniels or something. He DM'd him and was like,
I'll
I think
Venmo
you
request
stole
him.
my money.
no, he didn't say that. He was like, hey man, just so you know, like I'll do your homework for like $20. I'm really broke right now. And then he just sent him like $300 and was like, take care, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did he just
I'm gonna do that.
snitch on this dude on
No, he didn't do his homework for him. He did not do his homework for him.
yeah, we have no evidence of that. That's cool. He just gave him $300 because like
He sent him like a couple $100 and was like,
what's his at? I'm gonna give him a follow. Shoot him a DM later.
I'm gonna request. Yeah.
Yeah, I could use that 300. That wouldn't be too bad. I was thinking about while y'all were talking about your favorite shows. One of my favorite shows I saw at the Tabernacle was Phoenix.
oh dude, yeah.
It was unreal, and this was like, look, much love to Phoenix, but I feel like the last 2 albums are just like I
whatever.
forget that they're
Yeah.
even out.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't really hit. But this was right off of I think the song was called Entertainment. I can't remember if that was the name of the album, but it's the gray one with like the peaches. So it's right after the one with 1901 and all that. And I felt like that was right at the peak. And my friend gave me a free ticket like the day before. I didn't know I was going to go. And it was so perfect. He's like crowd surfing to 1901 that circles back into Entertainment somehow. They like blended the two songs
so
right at
cool.
the end while he's crowd surfing. And I was just like, it doesn't get better than this.
Wow.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Phoenix rips.
Where was that show that y'all did the rooftop? That was at the Eastern, right?
It was at the Eastern rooftop.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I've only been there once, but downstairs I got to see Pine Grove down there.
Yeah.
So sick.
I have so many friends that love Pine Grove, and I
they're
have
awesome.
yet to like
They're
find
awesome.
my way in.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pine Grove yet. Leon Bridges at the Eastern was incredible. Talk about just somebody who can,
Yeah.
stage presence was like incredible.
I
Very
really
professional.
want to see a show in that main room.
Yeah, it's cool. I saw Hefner open for Future Birds
That's right.
in there, and that was funny. They played Baba O'Reilly.
Yeah. I saw the videos of that.
So sick.
I think Taylor took his shirt off or something. I don't know. As they do.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It seems like it's a great venue just in terms of sound because they built it recently, so they had all the new technology.
Wait, I'm sorry to just keep talking about
No, it's
favorite
okay.
concerts, but like number one for sure, King Gizzard at the Eastern in October. That
I know
changed
you're
my
huge
life,
into
dude.
the
Only
Giz.
since I saw them. I went and saw them and like knew a few songs and was like, this is cool. And then I watched them play for like 2.5 hours and I was like,
This is insane.
yeah. And then I haven't listened to any other artists since October. For real. Like
King Giz is like your main.
my main 100%. Like
Wow.
I am like very honest when I say that I've only listened to them and maybe like a little bit of Dead every so often
Whoa.
since I saw that show. Like
In October.
yeah, in October. And I've listened to like every live album that I can. It's all on like Bandcamp. It's
Wow.
getting really unhealthy for me.
Yeah.
But like
So what are
I'm
your
in it
thoughts
to win it.
on, I mean, I guess just in general, how much they put out?
They're putting out a new
that
one
not
soon.
intimidating?
Yeah, no, it's not. They tweeted out the other day that this new Giz record is hard as hell, and I was like, damn,
You're like, let's go.
that's awesome. Yeah, because they had, I mean,
What was the one that was like the really thrash metal?
Infest the Rat's Nest.
Yeah.
2019.
There was
or
one
something.
song on that I thought was really
Probably
good.
Planet B or something.
Yeah, Planet B.
That's
Dude,
what
that
everyone
song
knows.
was sick.
Yeah, but like, I mean, they're definitely getting into their like jam era. They're like psychedelic jam
Yeah, they had an album that was like
band.
2 albums that were 2 songs.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
what's going on?
Yeah, and like I am trying to get myself into that like jam. I'm trying to get more. I want to be in a jam band.
Yeah.
I'm sad that I'm stuck in the indie scene because I want to be in
All
the
the jam
band.
bands in Athens. This is your time.
I wanna be in a
to
jam
hit up
band.
Gideon so that he could be in his 12th band.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, King Gizzard rules.
That's sick. The jam bands, it's hard for me to really get into it. It's different maybe if it's live, but like just putting on a song that I know is like 10 minutes
the
long.
record is
Yeah, I'd be more
Hard.
into it if I was playing it, but
True.
I get a little bit, I guess, bored with like
Right.
if it goes on too long.
That's how you get your money's worth at a jukebox, though. If you play
Yeah.
play a 16-minute song in the bar or at Waffle House, like on one of those,
Then
jukeboxes.
everybody hates you.
Yeah. But I'm definitely choosing the dripping tap, which is an 18-minute.
The dripping tap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Shout out to King Giz.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys want to take this to the last 5 and do 5 questions, and then we'll be out?
It's cool, man.
Sound good? Cool. I've been doing the bowl lately instead of just a bunch of questions that I have prepared. We let the universe decide now. So I'll let you pick one each. I'll just leave it up here.
Oh God, dropping them. What's on your musical rotation?
Well, we know King Giz.
Yeah.
King Gizzard. Flip Turn. I've honestly been listening to a lot of Athens people recently. Like
Nice.
80 Blanco just released their stuff today. Lighthearted
Oh,
just
cool.
released their stuff today.
Yeah, Lighthearted's album just came out.
Yeah, like all the new stuff. B, her new song.
Yeah. Did you play on that?
No, I think
Okay.
the Calico guys did.
Gotcha.
But we're talking about maybe hitting the studio at some point soon. But just like appreciating, Zach has all this new stuff, and Tommy has some new stuff coming out. Elijah, same,
Yeah.
Canary Affair. It's just like cool. I just want to be able to like be well versed in what my homies are releasing.
Yeah.
And that
It's important to understand what's going on in the scene and
for sure.
support local music.
Yeah. So that's what I've been listening to.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I love Zach's stuff coming out.
Yeah.
He's
So-
like,
it's so cool.
I was listening to the unreleased songs that he has, and I was just like, man, I don't think you quite understand how incredible
Yeah.
these songs are.
Yeah. Elijah tells a story about him being in the studio with Tommy and Zach, and that Elijah just like left one day. Like he just got in his car and left, and that Tom and Zach were like, "You good?" And he was like, "Yeah, sorry. Like this song was just so good that I couldn't be in the room with you guys because Zach was too good at his like part."
Damn.
It's like makes sense.
What a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's overwhelming sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, how are you this good?
Yeah. Talent in this house is crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
For me, it's just kind of the usual crew. It's Flip Turn, Backseat
Yeah.
Lovers.
I need to
some
listen to
Lumineers.
Backseat Lovers. People have recommended them to me, and I haven't checked them
obsessed
out.
with them, dude. They're so good.
So it's like old school sounding?
No, I mean,
You just said vintage earlier, so I didn't quite
watched
know.
kind of their cover art and stuff. There's
Okay,
a lot of
okay.
like kind of vintage style looking nature type
It's
stuff.
it's real sad boy. Like
It's kind of, I mean, it's fun though, upbeat,
Yeah.
kind of surf rock, but not quite as like surfy as you'd think with like the sunroom riffs and stuff like that. But
Right. Are they from around here?
Utah, Salt
Oh,
Lake City.
okay. So no.
No, not around here.
Yeah, you said Sunroom. Are they somehow related?
No, I was just thinking of kind of the surf rock type riffs.
Yeah,
Like
I don't even
like
know
the
who to,
twangy.
I don't even know who to like compare him to. It's kind of its own.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They've kind of gone to like the top of
Yeah.
their genre, I guess. I mean, they got on like Jimmy Kimmel and
Oh,
doing like
shit.
they're doing like big stages on like I don't know every festival
Gotcha.
that you can think. They definitely blew up in the past like year.
Yeah.
Ladies
Big.
love them.
The ladies love them.
Yeah, they blew up big time. Everybody loves that song "Kilby Girl."
Kilby Girl?
Yeah, you'll recognize.
Okay.
I'm sure that you'll recognize the part that is like blowing up on TikTok. And all
Yeah.
that
Yeah, you've
stuff.
probably heard it in like a Target if you.
Yeah, and they got
Yeah.
on like Outer Banks and stuff, like their songs.
That's
so-
it, dude. Get on Outer
Yeah.
Banks.
Yeah,
You get all the teams on your side.
yeah. But them, Flip Turn, them, and Hefner and the Stews kind of lately, good bit. So
Sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's cool as hell being like just surrounded by so many good artists.
yeah,
And it's fun to obviously always listen to huge bands that
Yeah.
are just the greats, but it's really cool to listen to something and know like, hey, I see that guy at the coffee shop every
Yeah.
day or whatever, and you're like, damn, that's crazy that there's all this local talent.
yeah.
It's really amazing.
I'm waiting for Clark to drop new music. Clark Sound.
Dude, he's the man. I guess I've had him on the podcast, but I had him before I actually met him in person. It was like way before he like produced my songs that are coming out. And he is just like a mad scientist. I
Yeah.
mean, he's a freak. And it took me like, even when I knew him or when I met him and interviewed him, I knew he was really good, but it just hit me again when I watched those Blue Room videos. Seeing him live I just laugh the whole time.
Dude, it's yeah.
It's hilarious.
I know.
that anybody can be that good.
Yeah, and he doesn't recognize that. Like he does, but he's like, God, I suck.
Yeah, he's like, people, they didn't hear that flute part the way they were supposed to. You're like, brother, it's okay. It sounds so good. Cool. You gonna go for question number 2?
Let's see. Dream 3 band bill. I mean, I think we'd both agree on having Flip Turn on the bill.
Yeah,
I'll let you decide. Number 2, 3 band. Are we one of the 3?
you can be.
Oh, is this asking?
I was
us
just
to
thinking
sing?
like you're going to see a 3-band.
I don't want to be a part of this
Okay, yeah.
three-band
Then
bill.
never mind.
But now
Flip
I want to know
That is interesting.
if you are
Yeah.
playing in a 3-band bill. Let's
Fair,
do both.
Fair.
turn.
Alright, so-
Okay.
We got time.
Yeah.
I guess it's just kind of the top 3 bands that we'd agree on
Right.
being at least like
Yeah.
out of our top 5, what 3 align, I guess,
Right.
and just taking them. For me, it would probably be Flip Turn, the Backstreet Lovers, and the Lumineers would be.
Nice.
I
Are you
think
going
a pretty
to?
tight show that would flow well.
Yeah. Are you going to
So-
go to Shaky Knees? Because aren't they
Probably
playing?
not. I have no idea.
Lumineers?
I don't know.
Oh, never
I have
mind.
not seen the lineup
I
for
think
that
they're
yet.
headlining
Oh,
one of
wow.
the nights.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
So there you go. If you
Maybe.
wanted to go. Lumineers would be cool.
3-band bill. Does it? It's funny that that's right there and that's right there because I would say King Gizzard and Tame Impala
That'd be
would
crazy.
be a weird 2-band, and then to add a third to that, that's kind of like a relevant mix, maybe. But honestly, I don't know. Like, I personally think that Flip Turn could definitely open for King Gizzard at some point in their lives. Like, I don't know. It's just gonna happen. So that, and then, Tame Impala being the third, that would be wild.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
It'd be weird to see King Gizzard do like a set that's not 2.5 hours long though.
Yeah, but they have like kind of some relevant like hyper pop and some really
Huh.
like when they could vibe, they could mesh with that vibe super easy.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't play any of their like heavy stuff probably.
Yeah. You know the album that I did like feel like, oh, I'm going to be into King Gizzard because I wanted to be. And I still would like to be maybe a little bit more into them than I am, but it was that Fishing for Fishies
Oh yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Dude, that one was sick.
Super cool.
There was
Yeah.
some great, really great songs on there.
It's about environmental awareness.
Yeah.
All the songs are talking about. I mean, Fishing for Fishies is like I don't want to fish. I just want to let them swim around.
Yeah, yeah. And it like puts it in this
Yeah.
perspective of like, what if that was you? And you're like, that
Yeah.
would suck.
Yeah,
Dude.
but that's like they're like kind of or not folky, but like bluesy garage rock
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. They had one on there. I can't remember what it was, but I loved it. It was like the second song. I don't remember.
Can't remember either.
But yeah. Now I'm gonna all this talking
Yeah,
about King
I know,
Gizzard.
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
go
go
home.
listen to them.
Me too. Yeah. I'd say for my 3-band bill with Hallpass, honestly, Hallpass, Elijah, and Hotel Fiction.
So you're gonna be doing triple duty. You're
Yeah.
playing drums for everybody.
Yeah,
Nice.
for sure. But like, I want to see Elijah open for Hotel Fiction.
Yeah.
At some point, I just like I want to see Well Kept open for
Yeah,
Fiction.
I was gonna say same bill, but I'd want to throw Well Kept in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Or Hefner, one of the two. I want to do a
Absolutely.
bill
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, where right now Fiction's on like the wave to open for other people, but I can't wait until we're in the position to be able to have whoever we want,
Right.
and it be up to us,
Yeah.
and then for us to just be able to like, all right, homies, who wants to come
wants
out
to
with
come
us?
on?
Yeah,
That's so sick, dude.
And-
yeah, I'm excited to get
and Hallpass
Fiction
is definitely gonna be a
in
part of
here.
it.
Yeah. They said we're gonna do it in like May 4th.
Nice.
So I'm stoked on that.
Cool. Yeah,
It'll be a
happy-
good time.
Happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
like, isn't that Star Wars Day?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. The Force. Sweet. You want to do question number 3?
It's me.
Yeah, I'll let you slide a couple in.
Okay, that's the one you have to pick. You got to pick that one.
That was cool. Unexpected musical influence.
Ooh,
Unexpected.
unexpected musical influence.
For me, probably the Lumineers. I didn't
Yeah,
ever really
that was
think I'd kind
surprising.
of get into the.
Yeah, that's true.
I always thought like, oh, I really want to do like a lot of alt rock, indie rock, and stuff, and then I just got super, super obsessed with like the Cleopatra album, and then
Oh yeah.
that was a big inspiration for me on writing one of the songs off our EP. So one of the
Nice.
songs will
I haven't
have
listened to it.
I'll send you over the thing, but we have one song on there that's very kind of that like folk rock
Super.
Lumineer vibe. Got some
Yeah.
slide guitar and Gid's doing some pretty wild whatever.
Some, like, yeah, ambient,
some weird drums.
nice sound,
Yeah.
soundscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some piano on there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of reverb. Sounds
Nice.
kind of like you're in like a dark hole. But it's very
Yeah.
very inspired by the Cleopatra album, and I didn't expect to ever kind of write a song with any sort of like folk country-ish
Right.
vibe to it at all. But it turned out really cool.
It's funny when those things sneak up on you.
Yeah.
You're like, who wrote this? This isn't
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, but it's a cool song. That's probably who it was for me for at least writing.
That's awesome.
So
What about you, Gid?
Parquet courts.
Yo, yeah.
When I first started, when I first heard about them, Elijah showed them to me when I was still a wee lad in high school, and I hated them. I was
Oh,
I was
wow.
like
like,
pop song that they.
Which one?
That song?
Yes,
it was
I mean,
in
that's-
it was
I
in
love
like
that.
NHL
Yeah, like, that's-
20. It was how I got introduced to parquet courts.
the one that
I'd load
everyone
into the
knows,
game,
yeah.
and it would
Yeah.
always come on the loading screen.
and
to play
that
Chell.
and that
That
one
song
that
is
has the
sick.
riff at the very whatever.
Let's just
I
keep
don't-
doing
yeah,
the songs.
I don't know any of the song names. I just know all of them. But when I first started listening to them, I did not like them. And I, also same for Mac DeMarco. I did not like
Yeah,
Mac
I was the
DeMarco
same
when I
way.
first listened to him.
Yeah.
And now I love Mac DeMarco. He also just released today
I heard about this.
199 tracks, 9 hours long.
Mac, what
of
are you
just
doing?
his entire like hard drive.
Dude,
Just uploaded.
I don't know what to really think about that. That's
It's crazy.
So much.
Imagine
199
having that
track
much
album.
money or having that much music
Yeah.
just sitting around, and he thinks that all of it's trash and all of it's like not good enough, so he has to release it as this.
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah.
Let me. I just want to
Dog,
scroll.
just-
Yeah,
It's
I didn't know that
hilarious.
was a
I want to
thing.
see what this looks like.
I thought he like retired.
Well, I mean, I think that this is his like
One
final.
one Wayne G. What does it even mean?
Dude.
Oh my god, this is insane. It's all just numbers.
Yeah, it's the
It's
dates. He has
199.
2018 to 2022, I think.
It's almost 9 hours long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go home and listen to all of it today.
Dude, this is like a meditation.
Yeah,
You like drink some ayahuasca.
yeah. I was
and
about to say
just-
this is what you like do really hard psychedelics
right.
to.
Yeah. Some peyote. and
Yeah.
Get a shaman. That's crazy.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah. So Mac DeMarco, that was just a funny little thing. But back to the initial question of parquet courts being, I listened to them and then I kind of stopped I didn't really like them too much, and then I like got back into it when it became
Yeah.
when I got to Athens, and it like was cool to listen to bad music. And so I started listening to it a little more, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then the other day I like wrote a riff, and I was like, oh, I just have like, if I'm gonna do a verse for this, I just have to yell it, and it has to just I wanna like I'm just mumbling.
gotta be loud.
Yeah, and I was like, I would have never ever expected myself to write something that was like, because typically I sit down with an acoustic guitar and it's just really somber, really sweet. I don't know. I only know like open chords. I don't like to bar very much.
Yeah.
I just think it sounds better. But then on an electric, give me like a bunch of distortion and that one thing. It's like, oh yeah, this is it.
This
and I
is
did
it.
not think that would ever happen.
Huh.
So that was cool.
I dig parquet courts. It took me a sec to get into them as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that Wide Awake album that when that came
like
out,
the
I was like,
main one.
oh, this
Yeah.
is cool. And I also love the "fuck Tom Brady" line. At the
Yeah.
end of I forgot the name of the song. Total Football. I showed my dad that song just because he fucking hates Tom Brady.
Yeah, y'all are Bills fans, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Big Bills fans.
Cowboys fans in my house.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why are you guys from Dallas?
I mean, I'm not. My parents.
Yeah.
No, we
My
got a lot
dad's
of
from
family out
Buffalo.
in Dallas and stuff. So, but my dad's like best friend from our church. Always growing up, huge Bills fans. So
Oh, there you
they're
go.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah, Bills
So, I'll
Mafia all
support.
day.
I'll support.
I
We'll
definitely
jump on some
relate to
tables
that.
with us.
Yeah, I relate to that Tom Brady line, 28-3. You know,
Oh,
Patriots,
yeah.
Falcons, man.
Dude, yeah, that was a hard
Bummer.
It was a hard night for everyone in Atlanta.
Yeah, I remember like I had never seen my dad like actually get mad or frustrated over sports, but like that was happening, and like I just looked at him and he was pissed. He was
Yeah.
like,
Well, it wasn't just a
Can't
loss.
win.
It was like the most embarrassing
Yeah, it's like the
possible
most embarrassing
outcome.
sports moment
Yeah.
in all of sports
And
history
to Tom
ever.
Brady, dude.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of it all, is it went to the guy who's like the star child.
Yeah.
Hey, he kisses his children on the lips, though. I don't feel too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, fuck that guy. Okay, question number 4.
Oh, also inspiration wise, I want to start getting into some of like the Peach Pit style guitar, just like the tone wise and
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
They are so sick.
I vibe with that.
They are so sick. Let's see. Dream artist / producer to work with. I don't really know the names of any producers, to be completely honest with you. So
Yeah, it can be
Andrew Ratcliffe,
Yeah, why
Tommy
not?
Trautwein.
Who do you
are
want
the
to play
dream.
with though? Like,
I guess
if somebody asked you to be a guitarist, who would you want to be in?
I mean, that would kind of just go to like the same of the bands that like
Yeah.
I'm like obsessed with. If any of them were like, you want to work with me? I'd be like, holy crap, yeah.
You'd be like, yes, right now.
I don't know. Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Probably have a better answer.
Yeah, I've always said Faye Webster. If I'm gonna play with somebody that's like relatively famous
Yeah.
or somebody that's like well respected, it would be Faye.
She's so good.
She's so good. I met her a few times,
Yeah, you
not to
told
flex
me.
or anything, you know. Cool. She definitely doesn't know my name.
Yeah, you told me you invited her to a fiction show or
Yeah,
something?
like I saw her in Atlanta, and we were playing aisle 5, and I was getting my record signed by her, and I was like, "Yeah, if you're not doing anything, come on down. We'll get you in. Like, I already got your name on the list." And
Nice.
she was like, "Thanks," and then obviously
That was
didn't show up. But yeah, like I've always said that would be a dream, and then kind of in the same way, I have worked with Matt Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool.
On a
So
song or
good.
two, but I think him and I want to pick his brain about a lot of things, and I would love to just go into the studio, us two personally, and just work on tone and work on like miking up drums and just getting real nerdy and nitty gritty about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could already do that with Tommy, and that would be, we're hoping to do that, like get some video filmed at 1093 of me just like playing drums to a track or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like me and Matt Martin would, you know, I haven't seen him in a while, but
Yeah.
that would be really sick.
I got to interview him like a little more than a year ago. It was even before I moved here, and it was like before I really realized how instrumental he is in like so many music.
Faye's
like,
first record,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like he's been around.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
super cool.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do the last question
Yeah,
here?
let's do it.
Number 5. Take us home.
Underrated artist at the moment.
Might need to open up my playlist real quick for this
Open
one.
it up.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know. Underrated.
That can also be a weird
I'm gonna say
way of saying something.
I'm gonna say the Moss. I've
The
been
Moss.
I've
Whoa.
been
It's a
I've
cool
been
name.
getting like super obsessed with them lately, but they're
why did I hear about them recently?
we did a cover. on
Yeah,
our
yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
The Moss is they're from Salt Lake City as well, so the same like Utah vibes as the Backseat Lovers.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, their music is super similar. Honestly, I listened to a couple songs, and if someone had showed me these songs and was like, "Hey, this is like a couple unreleased Backseat Lovers songs," I would have been like, "Oh, nice, these are so sick." And I mean, the voice is similar, the
Yeah.
guitar tone. I mean, I guess it makes sense since they're from the same town and stuff. But
Oh, there you go. It's a great band name.
they're so sick.
Moss.
Yeah, I would say they're my favorite
Cool.
underrated band.
I'll check them out.
Future Crib out
Yeah,
of
from Nashville, right?
Yep.
They're sick.
Just yeah. I was on tour with Dinner Time past 2 weeks. Another underrated band you should listen to
Yeah.
because you probably don't listen to them. But we finished up the last like 5 or so shows with Future Crib, and their drummer George got sick on like the second night of
Oh, no.
the tour. So they played the first show, but second night he's sick, so they dropped out of the show. So we play in Columbus to 3 people.
Oh, no.
Columbus, Ohio, like right outside the Blue Jackets arena. That was weird.
Oh, weird.
And the next night we play in Nashville, and they do like a solo thing without their drummer. And then the last 3 nights they asked me to hop on drums with them and just like
That's sick.
play 5 or 6 tracks. And so I got to do that. And like I had heard some of these songs before, But like after really like diving deep into them and listening to them, like it's some of just the most just heart-wrenching, like hitting you on another dimension level kind of like writing. And Johnny, their lead singer, is just like, or one of the main guys, they're just so nice. They're like genuinely some of the greatest people I've like ever met. And their music is incredible. And that experience kind of changed the way that I like see them.
Yeah, of course.
And like people love them. I posted something like playing drums for Future Cribs for a few shows, and like a bunch of people that I know responded were like, no way. That's like, I love this band. I've been listening so heavy. And so I guess that means that they're not as underrated, but they're still like,
they're definitely
still like unverified on,
right.
you know, all social media platforms, not a ton of like monthly listeners.
Right.
So I would say hard them being like one of the best bands right now, probably.
Hell
that
yeah.
Don't get any of the credit.
Yeah, Future Crib. I'd love to have them on, because I heard about them just through the fans also like thing on Spotify, where a lot of people from Athens are just related to them on that page. So I checked them out and really like their stuff. So cool. If they ever come to Athens, would definitely love to get them on.
Yeah, for
sure.
Cool.
Hallpass. That is our time on that note.
Wow.
Josh,
Sweet.
Gideon, thank you guys for coming on, chatting with me. Thank you guys for listening. Give the podcast a subscription. Go see Hallpass. Go listen to the tune. May 2nd.
Yeah, Maine will be out. When this
This
will
be out the day before.
May 1st?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Maine is out, so go stream that.
Go stream it.
Show tomorrow.
So come out. I'm
That's
sure
right.
there's probably going to be tickets at the door, so
Hell yeah.
just come hang. It'll be a good time.
Nice, dude. Well, thank you guys again for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Sweet, thanks for
All
having us.
right, see you
Hell
guys. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of On That Note with Parker Whirling. If you haven't yet, please make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, and you can even leave a comment down below to let me know who you're listening to. On that note, I'll see you guys next time.